Today is Friday, March 20th, and today I want to return to the topic of Christian meditation. Right now, a lot of people find themselves with more idle time than they're used to because we can't go out and do things. And that can be time wasted in front of the television, or it can be time spent growing closer to God. Yesterday, I talked about meditation on the Scriptures. Today, I want to talk about another kind of Christian meditation with the very descriptive name of palms down, palms up. Now, remember, the goal of all Christian meditation is not to be emptied. The goal is to be filled with the Holy Spirit and to experience the presence of God. And the goal of palms down, palms up is to give God our fear and guilt and replace them with His love and grace. Here's how it works. First, find a comfortable place to sit up. Don't lay down, don't lounge in a recliner. Sit upright. Remember that we are both physical and spiritual creatures. We are, so to speak, half-breeds. God has made many creatures that are just spiritual. We call them angels. And God has made many creatures that are just physical. Dogs and cats and walruses. People alone are both physical and spiritual. So everything that we do physically affects us spiritually, and vice versa. So find a comfortable place to sit upright where hopefully you won't be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so. Then place your hands on your legs, palms down. This palms down gesture is the symbolic gesture of giving something to someone. Now think of something that has been weighing on you in life. Guilt over a past sin, anger at someone who has hurt someone you care about, fear about a situation you can't control. Right now, a lot of people have fear about this coronavirus and the effect it's going to have on our society, so I'm going to use that just as an example. With your hands, palms down on your legs, give God that fear. Hand it over to Him. Give Him control of the situation and control over your fear about the situation. Ask Him to take that fear away from you. Spend a minute or two praying that God will take this fear. After you've done that, flip your hands over so your palms are facing up and the back of your hands are resting on your legs. This palms up gesture is the symbolic gesture of accepting something from someone. Now, think of the opposite of what you just gave to God. For instance, the opposite of fear is faith. So now, with your hands up, ask God to give you faith over this situation. Ask God to give you hope and faith for the future. And actively receive that faith, trusting that He will give more than we could ever think to ask of Him. So spend a minute or two accepting God's gift of faith and grace into your life. Then, after you've done that, flip your hands back over and do it again. Because the reality is, the first time we try to give something to God, we never actually give it to Him. So go through this process again, giving God your fear or your guilt or your anger, and then accepting from God His peace, His faith, His grace, His forgiveness. And go through that process at least 7 times. Then, in the coming days, keep going back to this. Continue to give God that fear, that anxiety, that guilt, and continue to accept His love, His forgiveness, His grace into your life. May God be with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.